They can't make up their minds whether modern dispensationalism is a new thing or an old thing recovered. You will find dispensationalists on both sides of the fence, and that in itself is very revealing. You will find people such as, and great men of God they are, let's not disparage all dispensationalists, a fellow like Oswald J. Smith, a great missionary statesman, Harry Ironside, pastor of Moody Memorial Church, Jack Wurtson of Word of Life. You have many great soul-winning people who are dispensationalists, and Jack Wurtson was Plymouth Brethren. Nevertheless, some of these dispensationalists will say, they will even admit proudly, that yes, dispensationalism and our version of premillennialism and the great 7-year tribulation, this is all new. This is something that God has given as a new revelation to the church for these latter days. Others have tried to take the exact opposite tack, and they say, no, dispensationalism and premillennialism is very old. It goes back to the apostles, and that was the view of the early church, but it was lost and we have restored it. And so they can't make up their minds. It's sort of like something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue, sort of the old wedding rhyme, you know. What is it? Is it something old or is it something new? They can't agree. And so what we do find, however, when we examine objectively the data, is that it is definitely new. There never was until 1830 such a thing as a pre-tribulation rapture. That came out of the Albury conferences and the Powers Court conferences. That's where Darby picked this up from Edward Irving's people. And didn't give credit, by the way. He alleges that he got it out of his own illumination studying the scriptures, but actually he picked it up there at those conferences. The church never believed until 1830 that there was going to be a pre-trib rapture. It did not believe that there is going to be a literal 7-year tribulation. They always took the Great Tribulation to be what Paul meant when he said, we must through great tribulation enter the kingdom of God, and so forth. So this modern, very complicated structure of the rapture, followed by 7-year tribulation, followed by a second coming, which is different from the rapture, followed by a literal 1,000-year millennium, followed by the loosing of Satan and the little season. This whole structure that Jack Van Impe and others are teaching did not exist until 1830. In fact, it began to develop at 1830, but through Darby and Schofield and modern writers, they embellished it and came up with the structure that we have today. But basically, their view cannot be traced back earlier than 1830.